We had the honor of not only hosting the Image Awards dinner for the NAACP, but we were fortunate enough to win the Image Award for Outstanding Pop Series. Now the honor continues as we are joined by the president of the NAACP, Mr. Derek Johnson. Thank you so much for coming.
You know what? We had such a good time hosting the non-creative, the non-televised show, and you know we actually won, and I carry mines with me wherever I go, right here. So thank you very much. I get a plus one now everywhere I go. But I guess, what does this say about our country now that a show like ours, that is like really a rarity, where you have all women of color, and we are still on the air. With blessings, we've got renewed for 2 more seasons. And we're getting recognition, like, from your organization. What do you think that says about our country right now?
It shows the country is changing in terms of the demographics. African Americans, Asians, Latinos, we are the majority. We need to move away from this concept that we're the minority population, particularly in California. You look like America. And America is they're appreciating you by your ratings, the renewal, and the award we presented to you.
Thank you. And well deserved. Thank you. So before you were the NAACP president, you served as the NAACP president in Mississippi. So I want to know, how do you feel about your new role?
I love it. I love my people.
Yes.
Right. I've taken on this position that I must work to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. In a democracy, our vote is our currency. And for me, how we organize to ensure that we change the political landscape becomes even more important today than ever before.
Yes.
So my lessons from Mississippi, I'm bringing forth in the position I'm in now.
Wow. And so since the last presidential election, have you seen people becoming more involved in politics?
Well, look at Alabama. Who would have predicted Alabama would elect a statewide Democrat?
Wow.
Now, it took 45 in the White House and a pedophile on the ballot, but black women still stood up.
Yeah.
And we turned out to vote in ways in which we have never seen before.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, we see so many politically charged issues in social media, and it's hard to know where to start. But for someone who's wanting to have a voice, have their voices heard, what would you recommend?
For us, it's all about the civic engagement calendar. This year, midterm election is critical. 88 legislative bodies will be on the ballot out of 97. Those legislative bodies will determine education policy, tax policies. And so we're asking people to take a pledge and vote by texting NAACP to 40649. So we can ensure we turn out this cycle. Presidential elections, we see high turnout. But it's like a Coca-Cola size ad budget. Everyone talks about voting, voting, voting. But midterm elections like RC Cola size budget. You have to know it's there to go get it. And so we asking people to go to the polls and vote this cycle.
Got it.
Right on.
You know, I have something. Why do you think can you explain to people, what does the NAACP actually do?
So we are a membership-based advocacy organization. Our goal is to advocate for public policy to support the needs and interests of our community and other disenfranchised communities. So when you look at tax policy, this country is about who's taxed, who's not taxed, and what the tax dollars are spent on. In our communities, we need tax dollars to provide quality education for all children, to make sure our bridges and roads are paved in black communities and Latino communities and Asian communities the same way they are in high wealth communities. It is the role of the NAACP to speak that reality for our communities.
Thank you
Mr.
so
Johnson,
much.
thank you so much for coming on today.